Guys, I don't even know what to say at this point. I was honestly just super emotional as soon as that game finished. I had tears in my eyes. I'm not even joking, guys. That post game interview with Jalen Brunson, that was definitely put some tears in my eyes, and he looked emotional. Oh, God. I don't even want to start thinking about it because it's so much emotions for Jalen Brunson, for Knicks fans, for this city, for everyone. Such a hard fought win that just happened. And I can't believe that this is life where the Knicks are so great that even without Julius Randle, or let's start without Mitchell Robinson, who is our starting center, without Julius Randle, our all NBA player, without OG Anunoby, our best defensive player, without Grimes. We beat the Indiana Pacers. What is life right now? We're down 4 guys and we still beat the Pacers. I can't even believe that win is probably one of the best wins of the season. And there's so much to talk about. So much. Jalen Brunson is literally our MVP. And when fans chant it at the Garden, it's not how we've always been doing it over the years where we'll give anyone MVP chance. We actually mean it. These fans actually mean calling him an MVP. He deserves it. He has put the Knicks on his back ever since he became a Knick. And he has fought hard. Despite being the smallest guy on the court most games, he is the one out there making the toughest shots, hitting the clutchest shots for us. He's our MVP, straight up. What a game. Truly one of the best wins of the season, I'd say. The way we fought back, the way everyone was stepping up towards the end there. You know, even though Jalen played a huge part of this game with this 40 piece, there were so many guys down the stretch. Shout out Precious Achiuwa, man. Shout out Precious. Huge offensive rebounds for him. I believe he had 7 at the end of the game. That's insane. This is our guy. Brunson's our guy. We are so lucky we have Brunson. I'm so happy that the Mavs just let him walk away into our hands because we truly have a star here. We have a superstar. Straight up, we have a superstar in the making right now. And this is insane to be watching this live. I never thought, 5 years ago, I wouldn't think 2018, 2019 Mill would not be sitting here today watching the Knicks be in the discussions they are now. Possibly contenders, possibly going to the finals with how great of a team we have to pull off a win like this without our key guys. The Knicks can do anything. This is insane. You said it right. This guy is amazing. Every game, somehow, Brunson continues to impress me. And I don't know how, because we've seen him for almost 2 years now. He's been a Knick for almost 2 years. And he's hit some crazy shots. He's done it in the postseason, which is the brightest stages of them all. And even nights like tonight, he continues to impress me with his work, with his shots, with his style. I love having him in a Knick uniform. We are so blessed, honestly. Nick said this team is going to be a problem in the playoffs. They will be. They will be. And 100% we're getting there. This team has so much grit. Every time I watch the games with my dad, he always reflects on them and compares them back to 90s Knicks. Knicks that had defense. Knicks that love to rebound. These are our guys. We're down a lot of offensive scores tonight between Randall and between OG, who usually will give us 15 to 20 a night, and even Grimes. And still, these guys did what they did. They did what they know best, and they played defense. Straight up. They let Brunson do his thing, and they played their defense down the stretch, which is what got us back in the game. We stopped them, especially in that third and fourth quarter, and we won this game 109 to 105 against the Pacers. Brandon, let's go. This win was insane. I know you're hype right now. I'm hype. I was screaming at my TV, constantly screaming, especially when Jalen got poked in the eye and there was no foul call. Guys, I was ready to fight someone. I was ready to fight these refs. If we had lost this game because of that play, it was a crucial play. 2 minutes left, and Jalen goes down because he gets straight up poked in the eye by a Pacer. Gets down, Pacer takes the ball out of his hands and scores, and they go up by 1. I was so mad at that play, and something was going on inside me where I just had so much anger, but Jalen did what he did best. And even after being in so much pain, he got up, and the next play, he has a 3-point play. This dude is insane. This dude is literally an MVP. He just got selected an All-Star tonight. It was revealed he is going to be in the All-Star game. Congrats to him. His first All-Star appearance, and it is so well-deserved. I mean, how about that? You get selected as an All-Star, the night it's revealed, and then you have a 40-point game and some game-winning plays down the stretch. What an unbelievable night for him. What an unbelievable night for the Knicks and this fan base. I know they're going crazy. I don't know if I bet it's going crazy outside of MSG right now. If anyone's out there, I bet they're going crazy. We didn't even win the playoffs, but this felt like such a playoff game. The intensity was there. Everything. The crowd was in it. Greatest time to be a Knicks fan. Truly, truly. It's 100% we're going to the playoffs this year. So it'll be, 3 out of the last 4 years where we have went to the playoffs. It is definitely a great time to be a Knicks fan. I don't want to see a bunch of people start hopping on the Knicks bandwagon just because we're good. I don't want to see it. You should have been riding with us when we won 17 games. Twice. Just 17 games. You should have been riding with us when we had random Knicks players like Lou Amundsen, Lance Thomas, Alexei Shved. Come on. You guys should have been riding with us then. And if you're riding with us now, come on. I know true Knicks fans that have been through it all are super happy right now. They've been through it. We've all been through it. Morning Brew Sports Network. What's up? Salute. Amazing win tonight. I know you guys are going to talk about it all when you guys go live, but this was a great win, and I'm still in my feels right now. I was literally crying at the end of that game. Happy tears, but just more so proud tears that this is the Knicks team that I get to watch right now. I'm a person who appreciates things, so I'm just full on appreciating the fact that the Knicks are so good, that we have a superstar in our hands, and that we can win any game that we put our minds to. We can win. I didn't think they'd be able to do it tonight. Another game without OG. Obviously, we're without Randall. Grimes was going to hurt as well because he's a key factor off the bench nowadays, but they did it. They somehow did it. Let's look at some comments over here. Oh, Angelo sent a super chat here. Thank you, Angelo. I really appreciate it. I think you were the first one here to do that, so appreciate it. Thank you. We do accept super chats now, so if you're ever willing to give, we appreciate it. We love all the support here. Jamin said the referees look like they need the All-Star break. They are sucking. Those refs completely suck tonight. There were so many missed calls, so many uneven calls. I missed a little bit of the ending of the second quarter and third quarter, but I heard that there were still a lot of uneven calls during that time. And even when Jalen got his eye poked, that was a straight up missed call that the ref was right there watching. How did he not see that? Benjamin said, stop complaining. Benjamin, I'm probably going to have to put you in timeout because I cannot handle I'm not going to handle a Nets fan tonight. I'm not complaining. If you watched the game, which I'm sure you didn't because you're a Nets fan, you would agree that all the calls were horrible. The refs were not on our side tonight. There were so many bad calls. Trust the process completely. Nick said, whoops, that's if we move to the 2 spot, but we'll be there. We're going there. I think that if we win on Saturday, we can guarantee the 2 spot, or we could at least be tied for it. We're really close, guys. Especially because Philly's been losing, and I think they're going to be without Joel Embiid for a little bit as well. His injury acted up, so we are. Oh no, not Philly. Sorry, guys. The Bucks. So the Bucks are in front of us, and Boston, obviously, but we're really close to the Bucks. Yeah, we're going into timeout. Someone's going into timeout here. A said, hi, Millie, nice comeback win. F the refs. They suck. Anyways, 9 straight. Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard not to talk about it because it was really blatant. It was really blatant and clear tonight that the calls were uneven. And there were calls literally that we saw where Knicks players got hurt and there was nothing for them. So I'm going to speak on it. Even if we got the win. It was a hard-fought win. Hit him up said, I wasn't expecting Randall to make the All-Star game, but I'll take it. They're going to give his spot to Trae Young, though. I did expect Randall to make it, but with all the discussions that's been happening around him prior to today, saying he shouldn't have made it anymore because he's been injured like the past week, I definitely think he deserves it. I had a feeling he was going to make it because before he got injured, he was playing a great season, averaging 24 and just he's been playing great. It's unfortunate he went down because he won't be able to play in the All-Star game. I would have loved to see 2 Knicks play together in that All-Star game. It's been a while since we've seen 2 Knicks play together in one, but still he got the selection. That's what matters. He gets the achievement, gets to put that all up on his resume right there. But we will see Brunson in the All-Star game, and I'm super hyped for that. His first one ever. Trust said we're going to the finals. At this point, that's not a joke to us. That's not even a joke when we say that anymore. Like, we can actually get there. We can get there. We can honestly get there. We've been playing so well. This team is such a hardworking team that even when we're undermanned, they still put up a fight. And that's why I have so much confidence in them and why I believe we could still go to the finals if Randall comes back and hopefully, OG's going to be back. I know he's going to be back. I'm not even sure what's going on with his elbow. They haven't really said anything about it. They just keep saying he's missing these games. He's going to be out this game, that game. I need to know more on his injury because I'm really confused why he's been out a few games now. I think this is his third straight. I know his elbow was inflamed, but I would definitely like him to come back because our Knicks, they're definitely tired tonight. I'm going to take a look and see how many minutes everyone played tonight. Precious Achiuwa played 43 minutes. Oh my God, that's insane. And if you were to look at his box score and you were to see his numbers, 5 for 16 from the field, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Like, if you were to just specifically look at that portion of his stat line, you would think that's not a good game right there. Precious Achiuwa was such a huge factor tonight. He literally played 43 minutes. And let me get to the good part of his stat line. 16 rebounds. And let's split that up. 8 defensive rebounds and 8 offensive rebounds. This dude had 8 offensive rebounds. That's insane because I don't even think he was averaging that many or able to grab that many while he was in Toronto. 16 in total is wild. 4 steals and 2 blocks. We honestly got a steal getting Precious Achiuwa. I'm going to say it. You guys might clown me. Raptors fans, Heat fans will clown me for saying we got a steal having Precious Achiuwa in that trade package. But I'm being so dead serious. This guy is a steal. He's proving to us every single night. Every night that we see him play again, He is a part of the success of this team. He's been huge the past few games where where OG hasn't played. He's been stepping up and fulfilling that role, really, especially on the defensive end. He's playing above average defense. He's playing great defense. And he had 12 points. I know, obviously, he struggled from the field, 5 for 16 and 0 for 3 from the three-point line. But still, he did what he did. And I really can't believe some people, obviously, when we first got him, were saying so much crap about him. So much. And now he's playing the way he is. He deserves the respect. I didn't hate on him when he first came here because how are you going to hate on a guy 3 games in? On a new team. He hasn't adjusted yet. And he's coming off the bench. He has to find his role. I never understood the hate, but let's give him his respect now. Got to read some of these comments. Hold up. Trey said, JB Finals MVP. It might happen. I say we're headed towards the finals. Let's narrow it down. Eastern Conference Finals right now. Let's narrow it down to there. We still got to worry about Boston, though. Boston is something we have to think about. And I want to say we shouldn't be worried, but they're number one in the Eastern Conference right now. They have themselves a team there, a team that we've struggled to beat. But of course, the first times we faced them was in the beginning of the season with a completely different team. We had guys like RJ Barrett on our team, Emmanuel Quickly. So the next time we face the Boston Celtics will be the real deal. I think that might be the biggest game of the season, honestly. It'll be the real deal, the biggest test. Bob said he got 15 rebounds. Wow, so did Hart. Hart and him completely stepped up. Also, Hartenstein in 36 minutes had 19 rebounds. Look at that right there. Your starting power forward and your starting center. Your starting power forward had 16 rebounds. Your starting center had 19. That is completely insane. And then shout out Josh Hart, who had 12 rebounds. This team, I mentioned it before. I literally just said it. But obviously, this team was undermanned. It was going to be hard to score without guys like OG, without Randall, without Grimes. But they did what they know how to do. They did the little things, like rebounding the ball, playing defense. That was huge. And that's what got them this win. That's what got them back into this. Obviously, they were struggling from the three-point line. From the get-go, we were not able to hit a three-pointer. And a lot of guys struggled from the field as well. DiVincenzo, 8 for 26 from the field. It wasn't his night. But he still ended up with 20, and he still had 4 three-pointers. He attempted 16. But still, these guys, they found other ways to win. And that was hustling. That was getting the steals down the stretch, forcing turnovers and playing defense. And that's literally what got them this win. Nick said Precious with the rebounds. It's crazy. 16 rebounds. You wouldn't even expect it. When he first got traded to the Knicks, I was actually excited to have a player like him. He has length. He can play backup center. He can play power forward, and that's what he's been doing for us with Randall out. He's versatile, and the fact that he could grab 16 rebounds is so helpful to us. Those second chance opportunities are really important. They're crucial. I love any guy that will rebound as much as that. Bro, just be happy. I am happy. I'm literally happy. I mean, if you're referring to what I was talking about, the refs, that's something to point out, James. We have to point out how awful those refs were. I'm going to point it out. I'm sorry. I'm not just going to be rainbows and sunshine. Those refs suck, straight up. Low Vega said Jalen is an MVP candidate and the Knicks are legit contenders. Yep. They're contenders. They're contenders. And it's even crazy to say that because not even too long ago, they weren't contenders. We were jokes. People call us poverty. We're not poverty anymore. We're contenders, and we are actually going to make it far this season. We're not just going to be a second round exit. We are going to make it further than that. Saying it right now. Knicks Nation, what's up? Let's go Knicks. A said, tell the Bucks we're coming. Someone let them know. Someone let them know. Let their fan base know that it's about to get ruthless, because if we're able to take over that second seed, we are going to be a completely different. We are going to. I swear, like, I'm going to act so different once we have that second seed. No, it's going to be so different. Vinny with the super chat. Thank you, Vinny. He said, keep up the great work, Mel. I appreciate you. You keep up the great work as well. If anyone saw the thumbnail, Vinny made it. Man behind the scenes. Parrish said, I got your back, sis. Tell it like it is. Precious was a steal. Malachi also watch. Shout out to Sims. I heart Deuce, but Brunson is MVP. Great pod. Thank you, Parrish, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Everything you said, so legit. Precious was a steal. Malachi, he's someone that also gives our bench depth, and I'm glad that we have him on this team to fill in those minutes that, we're undermanned. We need a guy like Malachi off the bench. And shout out Sims. I didn't even talk about Sims yet, but Sims, in only 13 minutes, he grabbed 4 rebounds, and he was still a big part of the hustling. Because look, he also had 3 blocks. I just peeped that. He had 3 blocks as well. So shout out Sims. You're completely right. Hart did his thing like he's been doing ever since he had to step up and fill Mitchell Robinson's role. He's been doing it for so long now. It's so underappreciated every night. The fact that he's able to grab so many rebounds and be the defensive presence that he is. And Deuce. Shout out Deuce. Deuce had 16 tonight. He was 6 for 13 from the field. He had 3 3-pointers. And let's see, he had 2 steals. Great game from Deuce. We really needed that off the bench. We only had 3 players off the bench, guys. Sims, Malachi, and McBride. That's insane. And McBride, of all games to have a good game, it was your night tonight. Thank you for that, because we wouldn't have got this win without some bench help, and you definitely provided that with your 16 points. Shout out McBride. And Brunson is the MVP. Completely right, completely. Another super chat here. Thank you, guys. Shout out Ace, that ninja. He said they lost to the Lakers without James and AD. I'm not worried about Boston. Oh, did they? I saw that the game was on, and they were facing Lakers with no LeBron or AD, and they lost. That's crazy. Let me look up the score really quick. See what it ended like. Let's see. So the Lakers, the Lakers won 114 to 105 against the Celtics. How did they win? Without AD and without LeBron, they beat the Celtics. And I don't think the Celtics were undermanned tonight. Someone let me know if they were missing anyone huge. That's something else right there. And you're right, Ace. If that just happened, anything could happen. We shouldn't be that worried about Boston. Because, again, I mentioned it earlier, when we faced Boston the first few times, that was a different team. We're a completely different team now. I say bring it on. Bring Boston on. And the Bucks. Hit him up said, does this mean Knicks stand pack, no trades? I can't even think of a trade right now when we just had the game we just had. Such a hard-fought win. I can't even say I want to trade anyone right now. When everyone put their heart and soul into that game, between the starters, the bench, I can't even say we need a trade right now. I'm sorry. I won't even get into that much. Let's go Knicks. Knicks Nation said, can't wait to be at a Knicks game a week from Saturday. Hopefully they're still on a winning streak when I go. That will be insane if they're still on a win streak. A week from Saturday, because at that point it'll have to be 12 or somewhere around there. It's 12 or 13. But hey, you never know. It looks like we might not even lose another game for the season. You never know. With the way we're going, with the pace we're going, we're definitely headed to 10. We're one shy of that, but maybe we just don't lose another game. We do have a pretty easy schedule, I will say that. We had a hard schedule in the first half of the season, so our schedule's definitely gotten easier. And a lot of games will be at home, so that makes it even better. Let's see. Reading some comments. And Bob said, again, Donte is the starting shooting guard. Yeah, and it was clear Donte was having a pretty rough night, but I'm not going to get on him for that because he's been huge these past few games. And even though he had a rough night, he still managed to grab 2 steals, 3 assists, and 20 points. So I'm not even mad at him or going to get on him for struggling so much from both the 3-point line and the field. He did miss a lot, but still, we took this win, and he was a part of that. And Jeet said, I don't see us losing a 7-game series. Like, I'm so for real. I agree with you. Especially, I don't see us losing games at the Garden in that series. This Garden is such a thriller. The atmosphere is amazing. It definitely fuels these Knicks players. I don't see us losing games at the Garden at all in the playoffs. Remember when the Cavs came to the Garden and they couldn't win at all? We literally sent them home after we beat them twice at home, and they couldn't get a win here. And it was because the Garden is the Garden, the world's most famous arena. Best fans in the world right there to cheer you on. I think I showed this comment before. I'm not sure if I did, but Jesus said, we don't need Clarkson. He needs us. Clarkson definitely needs us. I mean, we just played him, and he wasn't too impressive from what I saw, just from that one game against him. He lacked a little bit of energy and effort, I would say, but he would definitely need us at this point. New Lord said, elbow inflamed, never heard of that. Yeah, that's what they're saying the injury is for OG. He's missed like a few games now. I think it's 3 games he's missed with elbow inflammation. And at first, when the first game he missed, I didn't think it was going to be this serious where it would take him out more than 1 game. I just honestly thought they were resting him and he needed some rest, but you know, they're not giving much information about it. I would love to hear more about it from the medical team, the medical staff, what's going on there. But, and I don't even think I mentioned this as well, but if you didn't hear earlier, there were some news coming out of Julius Randle's injury update, and they said he will be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. So in 2 to 3 weeks, guys, he's not going to play. Relax. That doesn't mean he's going to play in 2 to 3 weeks. It means in 2 to 3 weeks, they're just going to evaluate him again. And if everything looks good, he could play in, a few days later or a week later. But it all depends on that reevaluation in a few weeks coming up. So prayers to him that he is going to heal up soon. It is good news, though, that we heard that, because it's better than hearing he tore something. He tore his labrum. I think that's what they mentioned in his shoulder. It's better than hearing he needs surgery right now. So let's prayers to him. Hopefully he heals up soon. We still need him. We need him, guys. I've seen some people say that we're better without Randall, but let's not get into that, guys, because we had so much success with him even before he went down. He's still a vital part of this team. I don't even know why I highlighted, but I saw a few of these comments before. Let's see. Someone said, I might not sleep tonight, fam. I don't know if I will either. I think I'm so hyped right now, and I'm on such an adrenaline. I just want to keep watching Knicks play. I'm so excited for their next game on Saturday against the Lakers. If you're excited to watch the Knicks play, you know that they have to be really good, because there was a time in all of our lives, if you were a Knicks fan for very long, there was a time, no matter when it was the early 2000s or even recently, 2017, 18, 19, where maybe you weren't so excited to watch the Knicks play and you just knew that it was going to be an automatic loss every time. Now, that's not the case. It's different times, guys. Invest in your Knicks. Stock is going up. Albert said, Mill, I agree about Precious. Precious, what's your gut feeling on what player we may get, if any? Albert, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I was just saying, I feel like I can't even talk about Knicks trades or trading anyone right now after the win we just had. Such a gritty win where everyone played their part, everyone stepped up. I can't even say that, hey, I want to tear apart this team and get someone that will do that, like DeJounte Murray or someone bigger. I can't even think about that right now, but I spoke on it the last live stream. I think another bench player would be great. Clearly, we're undermanned. We only had 3 people come off the bench tonight. Sims, Flynn, and McBride. And obviously you have 2 guards right there. So potentially filling in that backup 4 spot, that could be ideal. But mainly the trade rumors have been centered around Brogdon or a veteran guard, something around those lines. Jonathan said, I hate the haters who doubt us. You and me both, Jonathan. And I deal with it so much because, obviously I do the live streams, I do the media. If you don't know, I'm on like every social media. And as a Knicks fan, it's so hard to deal with non-Knicks fans because they will just straight up call us trash. They'll call us poverty, and they don't know what they're talking about. They really don't. We're going to make the playoffs this year. So I'm going to say it. 3 out of the 4 last years, we will have made the playoffs. By the time May comes around, we can say that 3 out of the 4 years, the last 4 years, we made the playoffs. And that's an accomplishment right there. The Knicks are good again. Straight up. I don't even know what to tell the haters at that point that don't believe me. Watch a game, maybe. I could tell them that. Watch a Knicks game. Watch how good we are. Hit him up said Brunson and Donovan Mitchell should be teammates. They're willing. They team to victories. Well, that I think that ship has sailed. That was a long time trade discussion, long time ago. Not even too long ago, but before he entered the Cavs, we know that discussion was there. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to come to the Knicks. They traded him to the Cavs instead. Is there a possibility Spider can still come here when he's a free agent? But other than that, I'm not going to make the move to get him right now. Personally, I won't. Let's look at some other comments here. Hay said, let's make it to 10. We will. We definitely will. Saturday, we play the Lakers. We are going to hit 10. It's crazy how the Lakers, AD and LeBron, they rested tonight just so they could show up in Madison Square Garden and play their best against the Knicks. Why not play the Celtics and then just rest against the Knicks? I don't know. Of course, they want to show out in the Garden, but we're taking the dub that game. Bob said, great game, had them at 87-85. This was a good game, and Brunson stepped up. Yep, exactly. The one thing I love most about Brunson as a player is that he will step up for us when you need him to. You can get a guy that can score the ball really well, but how much does it matter when he can't score in crunch time? You need a guy that can score in crunch time in the clutch, and he's exactly that. He will get you that bucket when you need him to. Jonathan said, I totally agree 100%. Precious is a great contributor. He's been great. So underrated. Honestly, a steal of that trade package. And we're very lucky we have him now. Someone off the bench that could start if we need him to, because he's been doing that the past 2 games. And it just gives our bench more depth, and can't ask for more from him. As a solid role player, he's giving you more than you're asking for. Pops1 said, Precious plays good. I don't mind the 3-point misses. He made it up with hustle and focus. Exactly, Pops. He missed from the 3-point line. He was 0 for 3 from the three-point line, and he was 5 for 16 from the field. So, yeah, he missed quite a few times from the field as well, but his hustle was so there tonight. That's what really got us back into this game. He was a huge part of that, and I won't go down on him for those misses, like you said. There's so many comments here. I'm just reading them all, trying to see which ones I should highlight here. I'll try to highlight all of them, but let's get to a super chat really quick. Eli the Invader says, signature Knicks win, shout out from Queens. Appreciate you, Eli. Shout out from Queens. I'm from Queens as well, so Queens get the money, right? I love Queens, and this was a great Knicks win. As you said it, signature. This is going to go down as one of the best wins of the season. There's been a few already where it was gritty like this, and it was tough, hard fought, but this was definitely one we're going to remember in a few years' time even. Brandon said Knicks can make a trade, but not if we move in anybody not named Evan Fournier and picks. You're right, Brandon. You're completely right. Because I like the way our team is right now, and why would you want to break up something good? Honestly, there's no need to do it right now. We are on a 9-game win streak. We do not need to break it up unless we are trading away Evan Fournier and picks. That's the only move I do if it's anything involving those two. Big Task said, this is our house. Completely right. Madison Square Garden. World's most famous arena, has the best fans in the house. I love that they've been playing so many games at home. I just love hearing the Garden crowd, the home court. I love it all. Knicks pride. Lo Vega said, if y'all didn't see that Brunson interview after the game, go watch that special moment. 100%. If you guys didn't watch that, go watch it. I'll see if I could pull it up here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all watched it. We all just watched the game. I'm pretty sure we all saw the ending. If you guys didn't watch it, I'll pull it up and we'll watch it all together again on right here on the live stream. But that was emotional, guys. He was feeling it. He was feeling everything in that Garden right there. The question about being nominated an All-Star and then having MVP chance. What more can someone, a human, ask for, really? And you know he's worked so hard. He deserves all of it. He's the guy that never got picked growing up because he's a short guy. He's 6'1", 6'2". He never got picked, and for him, and he was selected in the second round of the draft. There's so many parts of his story that highlight who he is today. Shout out Jalen Brunson. So humble, so hardworking, and he's our MVP. And as Big Task said it, Jalen Brunson is the truth. Not only is he the MVP, he's the truth. Making the toughest shots every night to win us these games. Let's see. I know he had a 40 piece tonight, but let's highlight it. He was 15 for 30 from the field, 50% right there from the field. He was 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. Yeah, everyone struggled from the 3-point line tonight. It wasn't just him. And he was 9 for 11 from the free throw line. But along with his 40 points, he had 5 rebounds and 1 assist tonight. And I don't want to hear anyone go down on him for that, guys. Not tonight. He had 40 points. He needed to score, guys. Like, in all honesty, we needed someone to score tonight. So he did what he had to do. Let's see. Go New York said need more bench options to compensate for when key players get called. Yeah, you're right. Definitely, because we only had 3 guys come off the bench tonight. We're severely undermanned right now. We're missing Grimes, missing OG, missing Julius Randall. I hope we are able to sign or maybe trade for someone, a bench piece, without trading away our other bench options, because you're right. We need someone off the bench. We're undermanned, but someone with the right mentality and someone with the right hustle as our other players. I want someone to gel in the way that OG gelled in with these Knicks. He hardly needed time to adjust because as soon as we got him, we went on a winning streak. Eli said Donte is literally a top 10, 15 shooting guard, shooting, defense, and intangibles. So underrated. I can't emphasize Donte enough. And I know he struggled a little bit tonight from the field and from the three-point line, but he's been so underrated these past few games, or I would just say this whole season he's been underrated. And especially when he was put into the starting lineup, he fit really well with that starting unit. And he's been great ever since, shooting just career numbers from the three-point line. And he's not just shooting three-pointers. He's getting to the basket. He is shooting from the field. And I love that he can be versatile like that because we need him to be. As a shooting guard, if he wants to be the top, our starting shooting guard, he needs to be a little versatile in his game, not just three-pointers, but he does it all. And you mentioned it as well, the defense. The defense is there. You're seeing it every night. Just want to highlight over here his game again. So he had 2 steals tonight, and that's huge. That's huge. I'm laughing at this comment. Hit him up said Jalen Brunson is our Steph Curry. That's funny, but you're right, because just the way he has been our MVP is the same way that Steph Curry has been the MVP for the Golden State Warriors. And Jalen Brunson has time to come into that, but he's getting there. Hit him up also said, I still think Knicks should trade for Jordan Clarkson, need extra bench scoring. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson has definitely been one in the rumors, in the trade discussions. There's been many other trade targets as well. But I'm not opposed to getting another bench scorer. It's just who does it cost? Does it cost Grimes? Because I don't know if I want to do that right now. And like Brandon mentioned earlier, I'm willing to trade anyone for Evan Fournier and picks. I don't know. I don't want to break up this team right now. Eli said, we gained the respect of the league. So many will hate, but let them. This is our time when May comes a lot. People will eat their words. You're completely right. We gained the respect, and we're finally getting some media coverage. I've definitely been seeing a lot more Knicks posts on national media accounts. It's great to see. It is great to see, because we never used to get that, or we would basically be the laughingstock of the NBA. The posts they would put out on their social medias were just not even great posts. I don't know what they would even be, but not great posts. I mean, literally the other night when Julius Randle, before he got hurt, he missed a half-court shot. And this was like, 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, he missed a half-court shot, and ESPN decided to put that on their page. And I don't even know why. You're posting a clip of someone missing a half-court shot. Posts him having a 25-point night, or Jalen Brunson having a 30-point night, or anything else. Like, I don't know. The Knicks coverage in the past has been strange, but now we're finally getting the respect of the league, and it's going to be different from here on out. We're going to see a lot more Knicks talk and bigger conversations having to do with the finals, having to do with the big team, the top dogs of the East. We are the top dogs of the East. We're a part of that conversation, along with the Celtics, along with the Bucks. We are right there. Tony, what's up? Let's go. This was a great win. If you're just coming in here, we've been going through it in here. I mean, I literally started off the stream with tears in my eyes. They were kind of almost gone, but I still had tears in my eyes because I was so happy. And if you watch the Jalen Brunson post-game interview, there's another reason why I had tears in my eyes. Demario said, yo, checking in. Great win. Brunson is a true hero. He had me almost in tears. Go Knicks. Demario, he definitely did have me in tears. So, a lot of people definitely almost were in tears, but I was straight up I was going through it. And I mentioned it earlier, I'm just a person that appreciates things. So to be in this time and to be able to appreciate it, that's huge. To be able to know what I'm witnessing, because my dad has reminded me of the times in the 90s, or even, around then, where times weren't just like, he's seen greatness in the 90s, obviously the 2 finals appearances. But after that, it's been a long road. It definitely has been. And I've witnessed it myself. I've witnessed a 17-win season twice. So we've all been through it. It's nice to appreciate it now. Tony said, I think we will make it to the second round. Tony, you're right, but we are actually going to make it further than the second round. We are going to make it past the second round. I definitely believe we can do it. Kyle said, I only trade for Brogdon at this point. They're gonna start to beat him up. It's not even All-Star break yet. Need Brogdon. If Mitch could be trade piece, then trade him. Ooh, trade Mitch. I don't know about that. I've actually seen a few people mention that before. They've included Mitch in some trade packages. It's tough to do that when he has been such an anchor for us on this team, when he's available, when he plays. But you're right. I would like to get Brogdon or someone similar to him, preferably Brogdon, though. I've seen his game before. I've seen his playing style. And he's basically a veteran. I mean, he's 31 years old, but he has that experience. He definitely has the experience that would be able to lead that bench unit. Amesh said, had to make Precious an apology for him. Please, like, share it all over social media, all over X, all over Instagram, because people were hating. Everyone was hating this kid for no reason. This guy came off the bench for 3 games when he first got traded, and he was playing 10 minutes a game, and you guys were on him so much. I don't get it. I get being on a player who has been with us for a long time and they're in a bad stretch. Okay, you point it out and you say whatever, but this kid was with us for literally a few games and everyone was going on him. I didn't get it. Thank you for making the apology for him. Send it out. Send it out. James said Brooklyn better. Should I even say anything? Should I even? Brooklyn's better. Is Brooklyn the 3rd seed in the East right now? Did I miss something? When did Brooklyn get better? Or is Brooklyn the 2nd or 1st seed? I don't know. Let me know if I missed something. Henry said Brunson MVP. You already know. He should be in the conversation. If he isn't already, he should be. I haven't seen him in the conversation, but let's get him there, okay? He's getting the chance from the Garden. He needs to be there. Tony asked, will you watch the All-Star game? 100%. 100%. Now that Brunson's going to be in it, I will definitely be watching. I will be posting coverage on it, videos. Can't wait to see him there, honestly. I hope they pass him the ball. You guys know that the All-Star game, you really have to have the ball. You have to basically, it's like everyone shoots for themselves, scores for themselves. But yeah, I hope they get him the ball a lot. I mean, he'll be the point guard, so he's going to be the one running the show. But if other guys grab the rebound and they just take it up all the way, yeah. Nature and Sports said, I'm naming my firstborn Brunson. That's really funny. I might think about it. Maybe Jalen. I like the name Jalen. And yeah, I like that. Jay said, great win, Brunson MVP. Yep, definitely. We were talking about it all stream. I've been live for almost 50 minutes now. As soon as we came in here, Brunson MVP talks. CP, what's up with CP? He said, we're here. We're here now. We're here. What a time to be alive, guys. Life is good when the Knicks are winning. They're building something special. And Benjamin's not even talking about the Knicks. He's talking about another team. But yeah, the Knicks are building something special. Precious Achiuwa shut Siakam down to end that game. He really did. He stopped him for multiple possessions, and that was huge for us. They were former teammates, and Precious, I was really impressed by the way he was able to shut Siakam down towards the end. Honestly, really impressed. It's crazy that so much has happened this game, between us coming back and winning, between Jalen Brunson having a 40 piece, being named an All-Star. I didn't even mention Obi Toppin once. Not like he's a big topic of the night, but if you guys didn't know, this was Obi Toppin's first game back in the Garden, and he had a pretty decent game. I wonder if he got a tribute video. I don't think he did, but I didn't see anyone mention it. Let's see. Topping at 12 points. Yeah, that's pretty much what he would do for the Knicks off the bench. And let's see. Reading a few more comments here. Frank said, got to give Leon a lot of credit in putting this team together. You're right. We have to give Leon credit. We have to give that whole front office some credit because the acquisitions they've had in the past few years have really put this team together. They're really building something special. I mean, between getting Jalen Brunson, getting Isaiah Hartenstein, Donte DiVincenzo, those were all guys that played tonight and all guys that started and were a huge part. Just they've been a huge part of the Knicks' success in the past 2 seasons, and then the trades as well. OG, huge, huge, huge. Made us, changed us from being one of the worst defenses in the league to one of the top ones. But you're definitely right. We got to give them credit. I think I might need an apology form for the front office. Bob said, keep saying it. Donte is the upgrade. You're honestly right, Bob. We didn't see it back then because we were so set on some trade rumors. We were set on the Donovan Mitchell trade rumors early in the season. We were set on the DeJounte Murray. We wanted to upgrade that 2 spot so bad, but just look at what Dante's been able to do for us in the stretch ever since becoming a starter. He's been great and shooting great numbers from the 3-point line. Great percentages. Albert said, let's watch Brunson's interview. I missed it. Oh, should we? Let's see. If I could get it here in time. I have to go on YouTube for that, but we're going to see really quick if I could get it. Let me highlight another comment before I do that. Jeep said, it's got to suck the hate Brunson gets even with all the success. Yeah, it must suck just for him to get the hate that he gets. And it's not just coming from nobodies on the internet. It's coming from analysis. It's coming from literally NBA, ESPN analysts that are saying that all this BS about him. I mean, if you guys saw the Becky Hammond comment mentioning he's too small, he's not that dude. He is that dude. He is literally that dude. Come on. He proves it every night that he is that guy for us. He's him. And saying he's too small, so what? He still does what he does. Is Donovan Mitchell too small? Is Trae Young too small? Why aren't they getting those type of conversations? But Brunson is. And then between Gilbert Arenas, I don't know. There's so many guys out. There's so many people out there that are supposed to be professionals, that are supposed to have like so much knowledge and everything, but they don't. And that's the part that hurts the most probably to him, is that these professional analysts out there are criticizing him and they're straight up wrong. Lost the comment. Where was it? Dominique said Dominique has said he is not just a spot-up shooter like Steve Novak. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're referring to Donte here. He's not just a spot-up shooter. He does more than that. And even if he's a spot-up shooter, he's shooting like lights out from the 3-point line. I know not tonight. Obviously, he struggled, but prior to this, he's been shooting lights out. And I really like it when he's able to do more than just shoot threes, because we need guys that could do that. We need guys that can handle the ball, that can create their own shot. And if he's able to do that, Bob mentioned it earlier, he is the upgrade that we need. There's no point in getting another upgrade when he can do it. And he could play defense. Alberto said, Nick family in the chat room, this team is special. We don't need another superstar. Look at what they always show us since Randall and OG have been hurt. There's been a lot of discussions over the past year. Do we need another superstar? After we had a second round exit, there was, those conversations got amped up, but Jalen Brunson is our superstar. He is our superstar. He's our star. And He's been doing so much for us this season, this last season. Is there someone else that we can get on the market right now that's going to do more than him? I don't know about that. A said, "Good night, Millie. I'm going to go root against the 76ers. I'll be back Saturday." Peace, Ace. Thank you for tuning in as always. Appreciate your support. Kenny said he definitely got emotional. I was here for it. He almost got me. Just an awesome moment. It was awesome. I know he's so humble too. Like he's never going to be one of those players to brag about it or to just straight up, you know, he's just humble. And that's great. Anbu said, I was so pissed when Brunson got smacked in the face and the Pacers went up by one. I was like, that these refs definitely got money on the game. You and me both, Anbu. I was straight up yelling at the TV when that happened. I was screaming. How can these refs be so blind? There's a ref literally right there. And did he not watch him get smacked in the face, poked in the eye? Like, that part pissed me off because, especially because it was really crucial. The fact that the Pacers did go up at that point could have been a different game. I don't know if anything else happened, but Brunson did his thing, and after that play, he went and had a 3-point play on the other end. So, you know, uh, 1 second. Let's take a break here. Just got some more. Sorry, I just got some more. Sorry, guys. Back. Had to get some water. But let's see what other comments we had coming in here. There were a lot of comments. I don't even know if I got through all of them here. Which one was I on? Wesley said, don't know if you mentioned this, but Josh Hart is such a dog. So proud of him. We used to pray for times like this. Yeah, I spoke a little about him earlier, but the fact that he had another above 10 rebounds game is crazy. He ended with 12, but you know, he struggled as well. He only had 5 points tonight, and he was 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. But it didn't even matter because he was making up for it just on the other end of the court defensively. He was hustling, he was forcing turnovers and making the right plays, and that definitely made up for it. He ended with 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and yeah, he struggled, but he made up for it. And he's definitely been huge for us the past few games as well. He had a triple-double the other night. I've definitely been on Hart before for his offensive struggles, and that's another night. Tonight's another night where he struggled, but he is the ultimate hustle guy and great defensively. Another huge part of why we won this game is all about the hustle. Jonathan said, don't listen to the Knicks haters. Burger King Nets are in 11th seed, won't be going nowhere no time soon. Yeah, I don't even, you can't even see the Nets when you look up the standings. They only show you like the first 10 or the top 10, but yeah, Burger King Nets, you guys are nowhere near us. I'm sorry. We don't even need to be talking about the Nets in here. Come on, the Knicks just had such a great win. Let's not even mention that franchise. I see a lot of comments here talking about it though. Frank Kelly said, "Let's go Knicks, Brunson MVP. Great win." And straight up, Brunson MVP. Let's start the propaganda. Let's start it. Need a hat like that. Oh yeah, I think this one is from like NBA.com or something. But if you don't know, we're not just a YouTube channel. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows there's a merch shop, but check out the merch on BigNickEnergy.com. There's hats, there's shirts, there's sweaters, there's everything you could ask for. Some of the best merch, Knicks merch. Albert said it's not Knicks, but I was shocked shocked Steve Adams traded for Victor Oladipo. Wait, what? Hold on. Are you talking about in the past? Let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Anthony G said players the same height as JB don't get the same criticism our MVP gets. And it's so unfair. It's not fair. We don't talk about Trae Young or Donovan Mitchell or anyone else being as small as they are. But when it's talking about Jalen Brunson, the first thing that comes to mind is he's too small. Brian said, I'm happy Brunson is an all-star. Dude is a killer. I'm happy as well. Congratulations to him. It was announced tonight he is going to be in the all-star game. And to me, I still think he got snubbed of being an all-star starter, but we don't have to start up that conversation because it is what it is now. It is what it is. Like, can't change it now, but he definitely deserved that starter spot. Don't sleep on second rounders. Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, let's go. You're completely right. There's a whole list of second rounders, but even outside of Knicks players that are great, honestly, and phenomenal. So don't sleep on those second rounders. Are we still talking about the Nets here in the comments? What's going on? I'm just seeing a lot of we have like 2 Nets fans in the comments between James and Benjamin. James said it's still going to be good for the fan base and for the borough of Brooklyn, the best borough. Sorry to break it to you, James. Brooklyn is not the best borough. I'm from Queens, so I have to say Queens. Sorry. Looking more at this box score, though, it's really insane that we only had 3 players come off the bench tonight. Severely undermanned, and we still managed to pull it off. And our 3 players off the bench, like it's Sims, it's Malachi Flynn, and it's McBride. It's crazy, but we did have Jacob Toppin on there. He didn't play, nor did Taj Gibson or Fournier. I'm actually a little surprised that Fournier didn't play or even Taj Gibson because we only had 3 guys coming off the bench. I thought Tibbs would let someone else play, but it worked out. Our starters are going to be so tired tomorrow. They better rest up because Saturday is against the Lakers. It's against LeBron, AD, and they're resting up right now. They didn't play against the Celtics tonight, so they got their rest. Hopefully our starters can rest too. Jose said we could talk about Brunson all day, but can we give Tibbs his kudos? Yeah, you're right. Shout out Tibbs because he also won Coach of the Month, which is huge because we had a great month. We went 14-2 in the month of January, and you're definitely right. Like, of course, we could talk about Brunson all day, but Tibbs has played a huge part of this, and his rotations have been huge. I know that we're undermanned right now, but he's somehow finding a way to pull it off with the guys that he has, and it's super impressive. Super impressive. And I mean, we pretty much spoke on DiVincenzo. We spoke on Hart. We spoke on Brunson, Hartenstein, Precious. I can't get enough of just Precious Achiuwa in general. What he's putting up for the Knicks is something I did not expect when we got him in that trade package with OG. I did not expect him to be doing what he is right now. It's more than what a role player should be doing. He played 43 minutes tonight, guys. 43. 43. The most minutes anyone played tonight. And 16 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Shout out Precious, man. Yeah, Kenny. I spoke about him earlier in the post-game show. I was going off on just how much Achiuwa has been huge for us and how he was pretty much the steal of that trade. I mean, obviously OG was the main center and he's been great. And Achiuwa was a steal. We didn't expect him to be doing what he's doing. Career high offensive rebounds. He's become a dog. Yeah, and it's all under this Knicks organization because I'm pretty sure he wasn't able to grab that many offensive rebounds on the Raptors as he is doing on the Knicks. The Knicks create offensive rebounding monsters, I should say, because between Mitchell Robinson, who before going down led the league in offensive rebounds, to now Isaiah Hartenstein, who also is up there somewhere. He's up there in offensive rebounds, and he grabbed many tonight as well. And now we have Precious Achiuwa doing it as well. This organization is training these guys to all be the same way, and I love it. I love the way they're all playing. Hartenstein and Achiuwa, huge tonight. That phone user said, all of these guys grind. I believe we fleeced Toronto. You might be right at this point. I always thought it was the other way around, but now looking back at it with the way OG has impacted this team, and now you have Precious Achiuwa impacting the team for the better. And we're on a winning streak. You know, ever since we traded for these guys, it's been nothing but success for us. You can probably say that phone user might have fleeced them. Will said, Lakers coming into town sounds like another potential 40 piece for JB, just saying. I can see that too. I can definitely see that. He needs to rest up, though. He needs to rest up because he fought hard tonight. You know, being like one of the smallest guys out there and just getting battered around, especially because he got smacked in the face towards the end there. He's going to have to rest up for Saturday. I'm trying to find this comment earlier. Jose said Leon Rose is amazing, and he said the Knicks front office has done an amazing job. Truly, we have to give a round of applause to the Knicks front office and Leon Rose because they silently have acquired the best pieces ever. Because such underrated pieces as well. I mean, I'm sure people didn't think Jalen Brunson from the Mavs was going to turn into this type of player that he is now. So that was such an underrated acquisition. And then you have Hartenstein, who was a center for the Clippers and, you know, wasn't who he is now. He's on a whole different level. He's our starting center, and he's just been on a whole different level for us. And then you have Donte DiVincenzo, who was also supposed to be just like a role player, people considered not much of a difference maker. He has been a difference maker. Silently, he's been making the difference. At the starting shooting guard position, it's been huge what he's been doing. Shooting amazing from the three-point line, and all the little things for him between the defense, the rebounds, and the chemistry between him and Jalen Brunson in the starting unit has been huge. It's been huge. Salutes, and Knicks flexing right now. We look super scary. We do look scary. I want to put the league on notice. Like, we're not done yet. We're not done. We didn't hit 10. We're going to keep going. Because imagine Imagine we're doing this. We beat the Pacers. We came back, after being down. We beat the Pacers. And we did it all without some important pieces on this team. Imagine what we can do with them, with all of our guys healthy. It will be crazy when we get Mitchell Robinson back, when we get Julius Randall, Grimes, OG. I think our team is set. Somehow, I definitely think we're set. I know we always talk about getting that extra piece, but these guys have been stepping up between McBride, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. Do we really need that extra piece? I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm going to start to close it out here, though. And before I do that, I just want to reiterate how amazing tonight's win was. If you got to tune in, you got to watch it. It was insane. From trailing most of the game to then amping up after the after halftime. That third quarter was huge. And then the fourth quarter, we were still trailing a little bit, 4 points, 5 points, 6 points. And when we were able to finally take that lead, it was over. It was completely over. We went on like an 11-0 run and we took the lead. We went up. It was over for them at that point. And also, Tyrese didn't go back in the fourth quarter. He is on a minutes restriction, so he didn't go back in that fourth quarter. But still, we were able to shut down their other guys. Siakam completely shut down by Precious Achiuwa. Great defense by Precious in that fourth quarter. And it was hard because Siakam was pretty much killing us all game. And, even up to that point, like in the second half, in the fourth quarter, he was hitting some buckets that were keeping them a little above us. I was going to say Siakam wasn't their leading scorer. He had 18, but he was not their leading scorer. Nembhard had, 10. Smith had 20. Obi Toppin had 12. And Naismith had 17. Definitely felt like a lot of Siakam's buckets came at a crucial point, though, where it put them up just a little bit more. It was hard to get stops. We couldn't get them all game, but in that second half, in that fourth quarter, we finally did. The next time the Knicks play will be on Saturday, and it will be against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are going to be in town. They're going to be at Madison Square Garden. Expect LeBron to play. Expect AD to play because they rested tonight against the Celtics. And that will be at 8:30 p.m. Saturday night. Hopefully we can get our 10th win. I'm looking forward to it. I definitely think we can hit 10. We've hit 10 last year. We've hit 10 the previous year. It's an annual tradition now. Let's keep it going. It's annual. And even after 10, let's keep going. 15. No, hopefully. But I appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight. Whether you're tuning in from Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the platforms. Thank you for all the comments. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to 2K. So, a subscribe can go a long way. So, thank you very much to everyone. I hope you guys, let's see. Oh, one more comment here. Movies RS said OG coming back by Saturday's game. Honestly, Movies RS, I have no idea. We've kind of been in the dark a little bit about OG's injury with his elbow. At first, we didn't think it was anything serious, and we just thought it was rest, basically, that first game he missed. But it's been a few games now. They haven't really said much about his elbow. They just said it's inflamed, and I'm not 100% sure if he'll be back, but hopefully. Would love to have him back. It'll definitely make it easier on the Knicks. He is our best defensive player, and he brings a lot to the game. But without further ado, we'll close up. Hope everyone enjoyed tonight's live stream and enjoyed the game in general. I'll see you guys after the next one on Saturday night against the Lakers. Have a